insane. It was like the most. It was like one of the.
You probably did it properly. Like,
I've done a lot of weird stuff. I've done a lot of weird things. That was one of the weirder, for sure.
I did it at Pub Italia, and it was just like drinking sugar.
Right, but did they put it on fire and through the? Oh,
they did.
Well, I don't understand then.
Can you buy absinthe wherever?
No, that's like legit absinthe.
You can't. Are we good?
Oh,
welcome to Riding Pine, episode number 2, show number
23.
I'm over here now. I'm not sitting in the middle.
Down.
Yeah, the gun show's over, Harper.
We were messing around before you guys came on.
Yeah.
I won, clearly, because look at these pipes. There's something there, trust me.
There's something there.
Welcome to Riding Pine. We are brought to you by Bose, all natural brewing company. They are family-run, employee-owned, totally independent, brewing interesting, tasty, award-winning, certified organic beers. I missed something. I said organic?
You got it.
I got it. I doubted myself.
I think you did pretty well. I wasn't listening, but you definitely missed something.
See, that's the worst part, that you weren't even listening and you're right there.
I often don't listen, and I feel really bad sometimes. It's like, you guys are doing great. You keep going.
And the truth comes out.
The truth comes out.
The truth shall set you free.
2 seasons in. Unbelievable. You got myself, Mitch, the expert. I'm wearing my Brooklyn black because I'm mourning the Islanders not making the playoffs. They haven't been officially eliminated, and at the time of recording, they are only down by a goal to the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Only.
7-6 with 9 minutes ago.
But the season is truly over for my Islanders, and so I'm mourning wearing black.
Nice.
Yeah. Harper here. I'm also mourning.
Why are you mourning? The Habs haven't been in it for like 2 years.
They've been out of it since November.
Yeah, exactly. So.
And if I look tired today, don't blame me. Blame my children.
Wow. Put the kids under the bus, huh?
Yep.
Class. Yeah. That's classy.
He's got a lot. When you're
true.
outnumbered.
Okay, fair enough.
When you're outnumbered, you and your wife by double.
Yeah, I take that back.
Literally, it's 5-1. If you count my dog, it's 6-1. So.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, I take that back.
And you got the agent over here, Darcy.
So wearing Mike Modano, Minnesota North Stars. You know we're in Canada, right? You can wear a Canadian player on the back of that.
Modano was the smoothest skater. Like, did you ever see a skating style like Mike Modano before Mike Modano?
Sorry, I guess that means you have to hate Canada now.
Well, I mean...
Skating over Canada. Nick Leddy over Canada. And
cheers.
What is going on there?
Pure vodka.
That is not beer.
Darcy's into pure good stuff.
That is not beer. I'm not drinking beer this week.
Is that like...
Straight up rubbing alcohol.
Well, I am in a competition with a buddy of mine.
Okay.
It's a body percentage competition because he weighs a little bit more than me. So
like the biggest loser.
If it was just pound for pound, he would beat me. So we're doing a percentage. We're doing a month, and we're going to get fat again on Master Sunday and after that. So far, 9 days in, I'm down 5 pounds.
Not bad.
Good job by you.
Yeah.
Good job by you getting healthy.
Yes.
And that for him would have to be about 8.5 pounds, and I can assure you he has not done that.
That's a lot of weight, man.
If I could drop this mic, I would have, but producer B would jump over this table and kill me. Even though this is my microphone. This is mine. See the red?
This one I'm not allowed to touch.
No, don't touch those.
I have to be like 6 inches away.
Yeah. Okay, so we're brought to you by Bose. We're going to talk some hockey. And the first thing we want to talk about regarding said hockey is the Vegas Golden Knights. And not strictly the team itself and how well they're doing because...
But all the misfits on the team.
Are they misfits, though? And I think that's the question we're trying to get to. Are they misfits? So there's... Ray, you're going to love this topic, and I think you want to interject with something.
Yeah. Hey, Ray, what's up?
There you go. Okay, I wasn't that, but I think it'll come out later.
Suck it, Ray.
Oh, yeah, suck it, Ray.
God, Darcy. God, we talked about this. Like
I know, I forgot.
We rehearsed.
I forgot what I was supposed to say.
It's all that weight loss is the water you're
That's
drinking.
it. I'm literally so lightheaded right now. I'm seeing stars. I haven't eaten in 9 days.
We just went out for dinner. He's like, "Can I get a glass of water and a toothpick, please? The minty one."
Okay, so we're talking about the Golden Knights, and speaking about seeing stars, let's talk about some Jonathan Marchessault. So he's the guy who the Florida Panthers did not want to protect for some ridiculous reason. Were they wrong about that?
Very.
Consensus yes already?
I don't know. I'm not saying a consensus yes. You got to look at the other two centermen that they got, and Trocheck and Barkov. Trocheck's a point a game this year, 67 points, 67 games.
Yeah, but don't
Or
you
65 and 69, sorry. Barkov's over a point a game, 73 points, 70 games.
Yeah.
And if you're looking at just centerman, Marchessault's not the starting centerman there. Barkov is.
Oh, clearly.
So if you're saying number 2, they're both a point a game because Marchessault's a point a game in Vegas, tied for the lead there, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe he's in the lead.
He's in the lead.
Marshall's in the lead with 67 points.
Got 21 goals or something.
23 goals, 44 assists.
So Trocheck's got 28 goals, if I'm not mistaken, and he's a friendlier cap hit.
Whoa. Then Marchessault's cap hit, which was like 650.
But he just re-signed, right?
Yeah, but again, for this year, he
Yeah, but Florida knew they were going to have to sign someone. They already have Trocheck signed for 4.5. They knew Marchessault, if he was ever going to be that guy, would be way more. They couldn't keep all 3.
Right. Which gets me to my point is like, for Florida, you keep him for the year at 650, right? And if he's going to make more, like you say, inevitably, well, you get to that crossroads then. And if you're not in the playoffs at that point, you trade him. If not, well, he's
right,
RFA, I'm pretty sure.
If you're looking at the 2 players, Trocheck and Marchessault, and you're saying, you know what, I think they're a very similar player, then why wouldn't you take the guy who's already locked up till the end of the 22-23?
Oh, I'm not saying you have to get rid of one or the other. I'm saying you keep both or all 3.
So then who do they expose then?
Who cares? Anyone. You protect an asset that's going to get you 30 goals in a season.
Yeah.
Or 67 points.
But the thing is that he's a true centerman. He wouldn't be playing wing, right? So he'd be the third center, or Trocheck would be the third line center?
And imagine if that's your third line center this year. Is Florida going to have to dig themselves out a hole that they've been digging themselves out of this year with him? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that he's a bad player or he's
a great
he needs to kick Trocheck out. I'm saying if you're Florida, you look at this at the start of the season and say, why don't we protect a guy that can get us 30 goals and it's going to cost us $650,000 on the cap?
I just think they know in the long run that it's not sustainable.
Oh,
and they weren't going for the cup this year, so you had to cut ties now before you had to pay this guy.
Right. So that's where they erred, is that they didn't think it was sustainable, whereas Vegas did.
And I got to give McPhee a lot of credit for signing him as early in the season as he did, because I think if he had waited till the end of the season, he probably could have gotten more.
Because he saw what was in this player.
Yeah.
I saw it last year. Why would you get rid of? I personally, if I was a GM, because I think I am all the time, you don't get rid of players.
He took a long time to develop, though. Don't get me wrong. In 2012, he was playing in Columbus.
That's true.
We're talking 6 years ago, and he's played in Tampa, Florida, Columbus. I mean, he's been around. It's taken him a long time. Last year, he had his first 30-goal season. Before, I think his career high was like 16.
Yeah, and he's 27, so he's not young.
No,
he's not a spring chicken. So he's actually making $750 on the cap.
Oh. Spring chicken. Yeah. I haven't heard that one since my grandma was alive in like the 80s.
He's a little long in the tooth. You know what I mean. See, I got a different accent. See?
That's
going to complex. Anyways, I'm going to move on from that. So he's making $750 on the cap. So obviously that doesn't make him an RFA at the end of the season. It makes him UFA.
Yeah.
So that obviously complicates things a little bit for Florida. But like you said, I want to give total credit to George McPhee and his team for saying, no, you go get that guy. And no, he's going to do what you think he's going to do, what he's been doing.
Yeah.
So kudos on them for that.
For sure.
Next on the list is some guy called William Karlsson.
This is just absurd.
Have you heard of him?
This year.
39 goals, 27 assists, 66 points.
It's unbelievable.
Insane. And he's another one that's making nothing on the cap, right, Karlsson?
Well, I sent you guys earlier in the week how many goals how many goals had he scored in his first 165 games? What was it, 16?
It was 16. It was 16.
That's unbelievable.
And he scored 39 this year.
That's right.
In 70.
Is it 70? I think you're right in 70. 73.
73.
Still, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to hit 40 goals. He's top 5 in goals in the NHL.
And his career high before this was 8?
In a season. Yeah. So, like, as Columbus, you're going, sure, I'll expose him, whatever. It's $1 million off my cap hit.
I think it was between him and Josh Anderson, right?
And both have been good. Obviously, Karlsson a lot better than Josh Anderson.
Yeah.
But if you're thinking kind of like the whole Florida argument where let's add a guy to our third pair, our third line.
Yeah.
Josh Anderson's a great job on your third line.
For sure.
Karlsson was playing on the third line and wasn't putting up those numbers. So it makes sense on Columbus's part, but Jesus.
I mean, it's hindsight now, obviously, but I don't think anybody could have predicted this. Again, it's the same with Vegas. So
it just goes to show almost the parity in all these players. I think it's amazing. I think it's like they're third line players, and then they're misfits cast to another team. But then they're put on the first line, and then they're scoring 30 goals, 39 goals. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. But then
Someone's
obviously-
got to score goals.
Exactly. They're all talented. So does that mean if you put
Is
anybody?
Gallant that good?
Oh,
Ugh.
Does coaching matter?
coaching
Does coaching
matters.
matter now?
Oh
Hearts?
my god!
You bring a guy from a career high 8 to 39 goals, and you're saying coaching doesn't matter?
Seriously,
What do you think? Do you think he actually had a hand in him scoring more goals? No, he just gave him more ice time because he was given
Right,
12 minutes a game. Now he's up to 22 minutes.
If we put goals per time on ice, if we broke that down, I still bet you it's twofold this year.
than last year? Of
Yes.
course, that doesn't like that. Obviously, but that argument then okay. Well, would he do that in any other team? If you put him in any other team, would he do the same, playing the same number of minutes? Maybe, maybe not. We have no idea. Listen, he did even worse with less minutes. So like his goals per 60, I don't have it in front of me, and I don't want to take the time to go and look it up. But we'll write that down. You write that down in your little notes there, and I'll write a piece about it for our website. How good has Carlson been? William Carlson, not Eric. How good has William Carlson been comparatively from his time in Columbus to his time in Vegas? What is the comparative in per 60?
Yeah.
I'm sure someone else has already done this, but I'm just doing it for us. And I think it's dramatically different. And I think that has to play with the system. It's not an idea of like, this was a 39 goal scorer no matter where he went, because that wasn't the case clearly in Columbus.
I don't even think you get him on the first line in Columbus. He's scoring 29.
So there you go. That means the system matters and the environment that he's in it matters. And who has a responsibility for that? The coach. You're welcome. Mic drop again, except I'm not going to drop it because I don't want to break it.
Honestly, you could put any of those players from line 1 to line 4 on, and you can swap them around.
Okay, Pierre-Edric. What's his last name? Bellemare.
Yes.
Pierre-Edouard Bellemare. Put him first line center. Done. That's a 70-point player?
Yes. all these
Why
players,
do we call you the GM?
all these players given the opportunity to play. Yeah, they're different. I'll give you that.
Okay.
And they play different styles of games. A fourth line player these days is not the same as a fourth line player in the 90s.
Oh, of course.
So
Agreed.
So Zach Smith is scoring 70 points on the first line of
I
AT.
guarantee you he would score at least 50, if not more.
Listen, last year, Cal Clutterbuck played on the top line with the New York Islanders. So alongside Anders Lee and John Tavares.
Tavares.
How many points do you think he put up? He was up there for maybe 6 games. How many points do you think he put up?
In 6 games?
1.
Yeah,
0.
2.
Think about this.
Clutterbuck is a defined fourth line.
Who has Milan Lucic played with all year?
McDavid?
Yeah.
How many points?
And
Did he got?
Draisaitl.
And Draisaitl?
And Draisaitl. So he's been playing only top 6 minutes.
Okay, how many points he got?
He's got 33, but he's got 1 goal in his last 38 games playing with Connor McDavid.
And how many points does Connor McDavid have?
I wish this
90.
was I wish this was our 5-minute major.
Yeah. Well, it's
'Cause
over. We
coaching
don't even
matter.
need to, yeah.
There's so again. I'm gonna go back to puck luck.
Oh my God, Jack Capuano, get out of the
You
room.
put these players on the ice, and the puck goes off the stanchion, and it comes onto your stick. You're gonna fire it into the net. Like it just doesn't matter.
So okay, but then it doesn't explain David Perron's explosion of points this year. He's
There
been
it is.
given great minutes in Edmonton, huge minutes in Edmonton, huge minutes in St. Louis.
Did he play huge minutes in Pittsburgh? I'm gonna
No,
say?
he wasn't play. He was third line Pittsburgh.
Okay, fair enough.
Third
he's
line
still-
Pittsburgh is like
Jordan
you're
Staal.
not playing very many minutes. Third line Pittsburgh.
Oh come
You're
on.
playing 15 minutes a night?
Yeah,
It's pas beaucoup. Like that's not a lot.
No, on se comprend, c'est pas beaucoup.
but let's say even
for the bilingual people out there.
in Perron, like he was probably playing second line in St. Louis. Same with Edmonton, but his career best before this year, or his career average before this year, was 0.57 points per game in his entire career.
Okay.
0.57.
What's he at this? So he's got.
He's a point
Let
a
me try
game.
to guess. Oh,
Oh, sorry.
yeah, he's just under that. I didn't. I saw the total. I didn't see how many games he played. 66 and 67.
He's a
That's
point a game.
fantastic.
So
But he's
how
got
do
you know 16 goals and 50 assists.
But how do you account for this?
Systems, environment.
But who teaches systems, Mitch?
The coach.
Oh, maybe they matter. I don't know.
I was really wondering like why you were making my point for me there. I thought this was like entrapment. I was going, I don't understand.
And
I was waiting for Catherine Zeta-Jones to come out and Michael Douglas to say, steal those things. I don't remember movie
how
plots
much
that well.
skill? We're gonna get off this topic.
Are we?
We're gonna move
Okay,
on.
you're gonna close the topic.
We're gonna close the topic.
Okay.
How much skill do you think the coach helps the actual player? Do you think that coach actually goes out and tells this player to play differently or to hold the stick differently,
Yes.
or to hype up his intensity or anything like that? Do you think he actually goes on the ice and tells them that?
Yeah, it's
but
called
it's-
man management.
Systems put them in the place that they're supposed to be on the ice to be defensively responsible. Like, that's why everybody has a tough time adjusting to Guy Boucher's system. It takes 20 games. Look at what Duchesne did. Duchesne scored again tonight. He's
Duchesne
now been
is-
a point a game guy since January, but his first 22 games, he had like 7 or 8 points. Like, he was terrible, or that's what we thought. He was learning a new system.
He was terrible at that period of time.
But he was learning a new system. Everybody that comes over that is
I
offensively
feel like you're
talented,
losing the argument, Harper. It's
he'll
slow-
never. I mean, it's like,
It's slowly shifting.
this is like
way.
this argument for Harper is like politics or religion. You're never gonna change his mind.
No, you're not.
But I used to sit on a podcast where there were two knuckleheads saying that coaching didn't matter. And
You know
now
what?
I've got
Get
someone
me-
on my side.
get me
Feels good.
Bob McCowan on the phone.
I think the Sens pulled their goalie with like 7 minutes left because Edmonton
Oh,
scored.
the old Patrick Waugh.
They didn't actually, but Edmonton scored 3 goals in the last 3 minutes.
Classic. Okay, so we'll move on from that. It's dead. You're done with this with the Vegas Golden Knights. Wait, I want to one last thing about the Golden Knights, and we talked about why these 3 players specifically, and obviously there's more players like Riley Smith with 60 points, Eric Halla with 52, James Neal, 41, but still. It's a product of the environment, clearly. Are we selfieing while we're talking?
We're not selfing. We're periscoping. Periscoping and YouTubing.
Social media is... Wow.
It's taking over my life.
This is something
That's
else.
what's happening.
Okay, so we're currently periscoping our YouTube while we're YouTubing. This is some like Inception type of crap going on.
Yep.
Anyways, I want, is this all about George McPhee? Is George McPhee the mastermind of this whole thing?
No,
Okay,
he is not.
who is it then? And I'm not saying that needs to be a
Gary
single person.
Bettman?
Right.
Gary Bettman's laughing all over to the bank right now.
Yeah, well, he's just got another 100 million from Seattle.
5. Well, did they pay yet for the?
It's 600 million though.
Is it going to be 600 million?
That's a
expansion
franchise
fees?
tag. Yeah. That's
It was
600.
500 million last year
600 now.
or 2 years. Wow, that's fantastic. Finally, inflation really kicks you in the butt, huh?
It does when you're first overall in the league for a time and you're now in the top 3.
When you're going to play, when you have guaranteed 4 playoff games, or sorry, 2 playoff games as an expansion franchise, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So, okay, so Gary Bettman, congratulations. You get some congratulations for some reason. Okay, so let's go to our 5-minute major.
Ooh.
Which is something that we like to do every week, where 2 of us debate a topic that we discussed amongst ourselves, and the third is not privy to said discussion, but they will judge our topic.
And I'm super prepared.
I see that your notebook has nothing on it.
As usual.
Check this shit out.
That's the same.
See that?
That's the
This
same
is called
notebook.
procrastination.
It's called #preparation. H for Harper.
I
always
honestly
come
think
prepared.
you're on the second page of that book.
No.
Like, you've had that notebook forever.
No,
How
I've
many
had this
pages?
notebook for over a year.
Okay, can
many
we
pages
stop talking about the notebook
And
and start?
there's mostly doodles. And it says agent in there. This is when you came on.
Just love notes. Harper agent. Harper agent.
Okay, sorry.
I love
Mitch,
the sound
sorry,
of that.
Sorry, I derailed you there. I'm
Okay, so the topic this week is the hot button issue around the NHL right now, which is goaltender interference. And so what we want to debate is what the proper way to police goaltender interference is.
Okay.
How do we do that? And we're both going to present our cases.
Okay.
Harper's probably just going to present you a blank page.
I'm going to make a paper airplane.
No, I'm sure he's got something worked out in his head, and I haven't won one yet, so I immediately have to be worried about winning.
You want to go first?
Sure, I'll go first.
Okay, you go first.
Give you some time to get your arguments together.
But I'm going to interject.
Yeah, that's the whole point. So the point
we're allowed.
of 5-minute majors that we, like I said, have to convince the judge, which this week is going to be Darcy,
That's me.
of our case on a specific topic. And this week it's goaltender interference and how to police it. We have 5 minutes between the 2 of us to make our case. And Darcy then at the end says either Mitch wins or Mitch wins, because I haven't won yet and I deserve a gosh darn win.
Yes, you do. So I just open up my clock to
Whoa,
start
you already
timing.
started the 5 minutes?
No, I'm at 4 hours and 38 minutes, and I don't remember why I started this 4 hours and 38 minutes ago, and it's still running.
I used to have.
I have no idea what I was doing.
You should. It's hours? I think.
Oh yeah,
that's,
no, that's
oh,
hours.
that's hours.
Oh yeah, it's
Huh.
hours.
That's weird.
I can't
Okay.
remember what I did. For
Well,
hours.
I don't need that long to make my case. Obviously, if I'm dealing with a blank page here, an abject ruling. So perfect. Okay, so goaltender interference. You're starting your 5 minutes.
Started.
Perfect. So I think they had it right before the most recent ruling.
Which is?
So the NHL GMs met at their board of governor meetings or whatever you want to call it
In Boca Raton.
in Boca Raton, Florida, and they played some golf. And they decided to add an extra person into the war room to make decisions on goaltender interference. And I think that's stupid, but that's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is they had it right just before that, where the call on the ice would stand unless there was a blatant case for it. And they would only overturn it if it was a blatant case for goaltender interference. And I think that is both in the spirit of the rule and what we want to see as fans, because we get our reviews, which is contentious, and it drives up views for the league. I'm stumbling on my words for that point. But it also just drives home the point of what the NHL is trying to do is we don't want to be taking goals off the board. We want to be keeping as many goals on the board as possible. So why are we spending minutes, almost like 5 minutes a game to decide if one goal counted or not in this like infinitesimally small, did he touch the goalie or not? I don't necessarily know. Screw it. If it's obvious, done. We'll call it. If it's not obvious, done. Ruling on the ice stands.
So are there still, without interjecting, I want to know, are
Yep.
there still coaches' challenges?
That still exists. So in my system, it still exists as it was before this very recent ruling that the NHLPA said yes.
What's the ruling on how many coaching challenges do you get for goalie interference?
Same as it is now.
What's the penalty for not?
2-minute bench minor. So again, it is what we had yet yesterday. What they had before the NHLPA said yes, we agree to this.
So
change
you're
at
saying
the
the
end.
system wasn't broken?
No, I'm saying the system was not broken. So the system that I'm saying is that after the league stepped in to say, no, don't review every goal, and no, don't overturn every goal, only overturn the ones that are obvious, because that's the spirit of the rule, and that's what we're trying to eliminate. We want to keep as many goals on the board as possible, and I think that's the point I want to
Regardless
hammer
of
out.
goalie safety.
Please, goalie safety. Like, the goalies are throwing themselves around the ice like it's Dominic Hasek all over again.
David Backes took a skate to the knee the other day. And
Is
it's
he a goalie?
the same equipment. Name shows he's wearing pads, and underneath
not
he
wearing
would get cut right there.
32-inch pads, or he's not wearing a cheater on his hand either. So, good job by you.
I don't know.
But that's my point. My whole argument comes down to it's keeping goals on the board, and it's not increasing red tape like they're doing now with having a retired referee in the war room. It's adding another stinky layer to this already complex situation. My time is done.
They need to fix this.
Okay, go for it.
Goalies need to be protected.
Oh my God.
Star goalies like Carey Price, my boy, Carey Price, need to be protected. And goals, like even when they're being run over, are being called back right away. But if you're in the blue paint and you were touched, I don't even care. If you were nudged, goal's gone.
Oh my God.
Just like when the foot, the
leftist snowflake. My goodness.
Whoever.
Yeah, good point. Good job.
Brett Hall.
Brett Hall's foot was in the crease.
Triple
That's
overtime
not
game
even-
six.
Triple overtime game.
Has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
it was that much of a margin. His foot was in there. If
Oh.
if there isn't a slight image of them touching the other goalie, there should not be a goal. Get out of that blue paint.
How?
How does
Okay,
it work? How does it work
I'm
in
gonna
soccer?
push you.
How does it work in soccer?
What do you mean?
If you touch the goalie,
Then you touch the goalie.
Then he probably falls over and gets medical assistance to get
Yeah.
back on his feet and continues to play.
Yeah, but if you score a goal, you score a goal. Like, if you're going for the ball and you hit the ball first and the goalie hits you, so you're going into the 8-yard box and you're both going to 50-50 ball, and the goalie knocks you off your feet but doesn't touch the ball, penalty shot.
for that player.
That's right. for the attacking player. The idea of soccer is always on the favor of the referee is always on the attacking player unless it's offside, and it's always erring on the side of the defensive system. But when it comes to a one-on-one with the keeper, it's always pro attacker. So your point is moot.
So you think that goalies right now are protected?
I think that's not the point we're trying to make.
But I think that the point that we're trying to make is that the goals.
I just want to know, because Mitch asked a question, and this is something that will help to see who wins this, is what happens when somebody pushes you into your goaltender. Your own teammate is pushing an attacking player.
So it has to be reviewed outside of the rink. Has to go to Toronto, has to be reviewed by somebody else other than whoever was on the rink.
Every time.
Take the extra time. Take the time to review these goals, and this is how it was done before.
4-hour hockey games.
Hey, I'm okay with that.
Oh,
I'm totally fine with that.
the general consumer is not.
And
But that's fine. That's your system. We'll see if Darcy agrees with that or not. I don't think he will.
You need to protect these goalies.
That is 5 minutes and 30 seconds.
How does
Just went over
Ray
a
agree with
little
you?
bit.
He's supposed to agree with me for everything.
Yeah, what's going on with that, Ray?
Honestly, paradigm shift. My world just collapsed because Ray agreed with Harper on something
My man.
and not me by default.
You know why? Because I think he knows which way I'm about
Are
to
you
rule.
serious?
I am about to
Oh,
rule.
yes. Okay, good.
I am about to rule in favor of Mitch.
Yes. Yes. Victory is mine.
I can't.
Vindication.
I want to see the speed of the game. I want to see the speed of the game remaining the same.
It feels
Yeah,
so good to
I don't want to see goals taken off the board. And if a defensive player is pushing me in, if there's any sort of contact whatsoever, it's incidental contact. That's why it's called incidental contact. You could mistakenly bump into the goalie if it's noticeable, if it's on purpose, if it's unprovoked.
a
then
Chris
yes.
Kreider situation. That's a whole the goalies need to be protected. I like your point about goalies need to be protected for sure. The whole Chris Kreider thing, that is suspendable, I think, even.
Oh,
Easily.
he should have been gone for the rest of the series.
Did he even get a 2-minute minor on that?
No, he should get a cheese board to the forehead. That's where he should.
The blocker to the chops. I
Yeah.
don't
So,
advocate
anyways,
violence.
we're giving.
I do.
Giving that one to you, Mitch. I agree with you.
It's okay.
I don't want to see these 20 reviews and all this sort of stuff.
I like reviews. I like fair game.
You know, Gary Bettman was not in favor of reviews. He never wanted video replay.
Do you
coming
know
in
why?
because of all of this. That's
Because
happening.
it's subjective.
It is.
You're adding. You're not the rule. Man, I'm stuttering there. The rule is subjective, and so if you're adding subjectivity to a review, there's no way that you can ever get consistency ever.
Like the human error of the game was part of the game.
It's part of every game.
It used to be
can't
much
eliminate it.
more. It's not so much anymore, and I understand it, but it's. I kind of like the old days when the ref could blow a call and it could cost you a playoff series. Like that's
Gary Fraser.
Yeah, exactly. That might have cost you a Stanley Cup.
Gretzky's still like
That
every
poor
day he
guy.
wakes up like, man, God, I stole that one.
That could have been a Stanley Cup. You never know. That would have been the last time possible that the Montreal Canadiens could have faced the Toronto Maple Leafs in the Stanley Cup final,
That's true.
because Toronto was in the West back then.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to conference realignment or divisional realignment later on in the show.
Yes, we will.
But for now, we're gonna.
I think that's
on.
simple.
Okay, well, save it. Jesus.
we have a follower here says that the Leafs are going to win the cup.
Oh,
Oh, I don't think so, but I love the bold prediction. Austin Matthews is back.
Austin Matthews is going to have
But-
another hangnail at the end of the year.
I am going to wager with this particular follower anything you want there out in the first round. Anything.
That's some bold coleslaw.
Oh,
Okay, perfect. All right, well, let's talk about coaches
Yeah.
because we were talking about them earlier and how Harper, you brought up in our WhatsApp group something interesting. Can you share with everyone what you brought up to us?
He doesn't remember.
It's not written down.
man, it's not written down at all.
Toronto is written down.
But coaches in the league this year, nobody's been fired.
Yeah, that's insane.
The
And how many was it last year? 6 or 7? 6?
It was 6.
6?
Julian, Gallant, Terrien, Capuano, Hitchcock. 5, sorry.
5?
so job security. If you're looking for a pretty good job, this year is a good year.
This is only in season, right? There are more firings before the season.
Yeah.
But this is during the season.
Right, okay.
Which I thought was insane when you brought it up, Harper. You're like, no one's been fired this season. I was going, are you kidding me?
I remember
No.
the first episode I was on. It was November. We were talking who's the first coach to go, first
Yeah.
GM to go.
Yeah. And no one's been fired.
We
Well,
thought it was going to be
Ron
Bergevin.
Francis has been
promoted.
Promoted,
Quote,
yes.
unquote.
Yeah.
So no one's been fired. There are no coaches have been fired during the season this year. 5 were fired in the season last year. What is the difference, Harper? Why are no coaches being fired this year?
Because the whole, I think, is the whole job security thing.
Well, why is there job security all of a sudden when there wasn't just last year?
It's hard. I don't think because these teams that are down below this year, to me, are not these bottom feeder teams like there were last year, right?
Okay, yeah, I see the point you're making. That I think the point you're trying to make is that the teams at the bottom, like the Arizonas and the Buffaloes, were at the bottom last year. They made that coaching change. They're not going to do it again.
No.
So
what's the point? But
Right.
like with Claude Julien, you're not going to fire Claude Julien just because the Habs aren't.
After a year,
They signed him for 5 years, $5 million. They're just going to keep moving.
they're still
forward
paying
with
out Terrien. They're not going to
that.
pay out Julien.
There's a system that they want to implement and keep it going.
I sense sarcasm.
Just a little bit.
But what about your boy Boucher? Huh? So
I
that's a
think
coach
what-
that like clearly
So many people
underperforming this
hate
year.
Boucher. So many people.
Because he
Lots
looks
of
like a
people
Bond
do.
villain.
But
He's probably got a hairless cat at home that he strokes whenever someone comes over. Like,
That was mean.
I was expecting you, Mr. Bond.
That was mean.
so okay, I'll answer for that. What I think is happening in Ottawa is that you've got Eugene Melnick, Dorian's guy,
Yeah.
Boucher's Dorian's guy,
And
Dorian just
Dorian
got
got
a 3-year
extended.
extension.
Yeah.
Boucher's not going anywhere this year. If we're,
Same situation next year.
Again,
I think
it's
by
only one
Jan-
bad
I
season.
think they're giving him till January.
Okay.
Next year?
Yeah,
Half the season.
he's not getting fired mid-season, off season. He's not getting fired.
No, I don't think so either. But
What about? I mean, McClellan, is he one that could go
I
in the
keep
offseason?
hearing that.
But
Obviously, like I don't think he should be because look at the team he's got in front of him.
How are they that bad?
The what
with that
team,
many
sorry?
Picks.
The
Oilers.
the team in front of him. See what I
Oh.
did there? See what
I did not. I actually just I didn't even notice.
That's how good it was. It was smooth. It was Michael.
was.
It was Michael Jackson smooth.
That
A
was.
smooth criminal right
That
there.
was.
It's obviously Chiarelli's fault. Obviously, look at how many amazing players he traded off. Eberle, Hall, done. Like just those two.
Oh
Gone.
no! But we got to talk about his amazing contract. I circle all the way back to Milan Lucic.
Or Chris Russell.
Lucic has 5 more years at $5 million per.
Chris Russell has almost the most block shots in the league.
Oh well, give him another raise. 8.5 million at least. The sky's the limit on Chris Russell with those block shots, boys.
Oh boy.
God, I hate that stat. It's so stupid. Oh, he's got block shots. Yeah, that means there's a bunch of shots coming at him.
Yeah.
And he
That's
stands
not
in
a
front-
good thing.
And he stands in front of them.
No, it's good that he's blocking them. It's just not good that those shots are getting off. Right?
Well-
That's the whole point. Like, yes, he's blocking shots. Great. For your DFS, awesome. If you're playing DraftKings, great. Hammer the crap out of Chris Russell.
But that's for
But
your defensive forwards to be able to block those shots.
Or defensemen, or forwards, or anyone, or a system, or player quality to not allow those shots to happen in the first place. That's
Because
the
a
point.
defenseman's job is to clear the front of the net, typically when you're in the zone.
Sure, or remove the puck from the forwards or break up play at the blue line and get the puck moving the other end. And he's clearly not doing that. Yes, he can block shots, but again, there's that many shots being thrown towards him. When
Like
he's
it's
on the ice.
literally taking me the last 30 seconds to remember what we were talking about because we're way off.
We're talking about the Edmonton Oilers and how shitty they are.
Weren't we talking about coaches?
Coaches being fired and how Todd
right.
McClellan isn't to blame. How are you guys not following this train of thought here?
Yeah, sorry.
We need our followers to let us
rabbit
We need
hole.
to write some
wrap
notes.
it up.
Rabbit hole.
Okay. So the coaches,
I mean, the whole
no
coaching
one's getting
thing.
fired.
So
during
okay,
the
but
season,
how many are
clearly.
getting fired in the offseason? What's your bet? Just a number. I don't need to know who or just a number.
Number one. Ray's gonna love this. Coach Q.
He brought
Okay,
it up
no,
like
just
6
how
times
many?
there.
Just how many?
4.
One.
4?
Yeah.
One.
You're thinking just one.
Just one.
I'm gonna rate these down. I'm saying that there are
4.
at least. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go 3.
I'm gonna say
three that I can think
Quenville
of.
gets canned.
Yep.
You don't have to guess who because that'll take too much time.
Dougie Waite,
Oh, he's my only one.
Mike Yo.
Oh yeah, you can go through all of them.
And you know where he's gonna go? He's gonna go to the top of the queue.
Oh,
see what I did there?
You've been working that one for a week.
Dad joke.
You threw that one out. No, a dad joke is, what's brown and sticky?
That's dick.
Oh, god damn it. You ruined my fun.
I actually didn't know.
I know all the dad jokes, so I know. Boom, boom. I'll tell you right away.
What cheese isn't yours?
Nacho cheese.
I mean, Harper, killing me here. Okay, on to the next thing. Just roll it over. I want to quit being embarrassed here. Okay, so after our second segment, we like to do something that we call Stanley Stumpers.
Okay, goodbye, everybody, for now.
And so Stanley Stumpers is a game that we play every week where we try to stump Darcy. So Darcy has encyclopedic knowledge on Stanley Cup winners from 1970 onwards. And so what we try to do, or what we're doing here, is that either Harper or myself will try to give clues, or will give clues, they won't try. We'll give clues to both players, which is usually Darcy and either Harper or myself, and try to reveal a Stanley Cup winner from 1970 onwards. And either Harper or myself try to beat Darcy to the punch. We've been successful 1.5 times, and that 0.5 is heavily asterisked.
I mean, one of our fans will fight to the death that second one is a loss too.
I know.
Hey,
I know.
why? Why?
Yeah, because we don't know if you used Google or not.
We know. We know.
We know.
What do you
We
mean?
know.
The second, so
We
you,
know.
You mean the first one?
Yeah.
Not the second one.
Not the
No,
second
no,
one.
the second
The
one
first
from
one.
last
Legit.
week. Harper won legitimately.
Yes.
And it was marvelous. Good
was-
job by you, Harper,
was
on that one.
Epic.
It was super epic.
You guys
And
ready for this one?
We're ready. I'm going to lower my computer and I'm going to black the screen out so it doesn't look like I'm using it. And I'm going to make sure I don't look at your phone. And go.
Ready?
Yes. So again, we're trying to guess a Stanley Cup winner. So both the year and the team between 1970 onwards.
Okay.
Go.
Until 1995, this would be the last final series entirely played within one time zone. Super vague.
In one.
Until when? 1995.
1995.
Was it the last?
Whoa, that's good. I like that, Harps.
What? I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
reverse
because it's
engineer that.
not okay. So it's gotta be.
So the last time it was
they played
95
each
before
other.
this one.
Uh,
Wait, say that again. Was it the last one before this was 95, or this one and then the next time it happened was 95?
Yeah, so until 1995, this was the
Okay.
last finals played in the same time zone.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. That's not good enough for me.
wow.
That
Pass?
could be anything.
Yeah, pass. But I've got an idea.
Okay.
Oh, the
Okay.
1974 Philadelphia Flyers.
No, sir.
Ah, because they played the Island. No, they didn't. Oh, did the Flyers win in '74? Yes, they did.
Yes, they did.
Okay. The deciding game 6 was marred by one of the most infamous blown calls in NHL playoff history.
Yeah, I don't know about this. In the blown calls in the finals, same time zone since '95.
Gotta be up until 95.
Yeah, right.
It's gotta be the.
So eliminate anything after that, boys.
Yeah, I know.
Come on.
The 1980 New York Islanders. Did I get it?
You got it.
Yes!
Oh my God.
Ha! 2 weeks in a row. Darcy, suck it. Yes. Because they were playing the Philadelphia Flyers that year.
Oh, they
It's the
were?
same time zone.
I was trying to figure out who they played in '80 because I was thinking it's got to be one of the last 4 Montreals. I was like, who was Montreal? I was trying to piece together who Montreal played in those 4 straight.
So Conn Smythe winner Brian Trottier.
Yes.
yes, Trottier won the first. Yes, he did.
The deciding six, wait.
Look at this beautiful logo.
As of 2015, the Stanley Cup Finals were played in the. This was the last Stanley Cup Finals played in the afternoon.
Well, that's 2 in a row. I'm getting sloppy.
You're getting sloppy. You need to do some research.
And then I
Darcy.
left this one, the first ever Stanley Cup win
for that team.
for that team.
Okay.
1980.
1980.
Yeah, that one we would have. That one would have given it away for sure.
It would have.
I don't know.
That was my last one.
If I wouldn't have got it by then, I shouldn't have got it at all.
I shouldn't have
voice
picked that
right.
one. That was my bad. I'm sorry, Darcy.
Yeah.
all right.
Well, why are you apologizing to him? That was a good win by me. I got it after 3.
Pick the hard ones, man. Pick them all.
Okay. Hey, next week let's go to like 1960.
I'm in.
It's just Montreal Canadiens. It's just Montreal Canadiens 1960. No, just keep going a year after. You'll be fine.
Toronto's in there a lot in the 60s. Toronto's
Yeah.
a lot in the 60s.
That's true.
Up until
But-
67.
So you're now 17-2-1, Darcy. How does it feel?
It still feels like 17-2-0, We're
Fair enough.
18-2-0.
Fair enough.
But
Okay.
all right.
Are we good on you're still doing that? Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to our last segment before we get to our Lock Dog Parlay, which is our final segment for the week. And let's talk. We're back on Periscope.
Sorry.
No, Stanley Stumpers is only for premium content subscribers.
That's it.
Which
So
isn't
follow
a-
us on YouTube.
Isn't a thing yet, but yeah, definitely get us on YouTube. So our last segment before we get our Lock Dog Parlay is we want to talk about some Seattle because they're getting a hockey team, it seems.
And do you know what their name is going to be?
What did they didn't decide.
They did.
No, they didn't decide. The mayor may have leaked it,
Oh,
though.
the mayor.
What is it?
He
Oh my
leaked
god,
it.
tell me it's the Yetis. Tell me it's the Yetis.
No,
It's
no,
not
no.
the Yetis.
The Totems.
The Totems.
That's a stupid name.
So there used to be a Seattle Totems in the WHL in the
WHL.
1940s.
I hate it. I hate this the tone of it. I get the historical
way-
reference and why they're trying to go to like you just say like we have Native American roots. I get it. That's fair. Cool. Go for it. I just whatever.
The way that it
Sucks.
was leaked was they're talking about this like awesome rail system between like light rail to go between Vancouver and Seattle.
And he's like, oh, and it'll stop in the Totem Stadium.
He said it's going to be the greatest sports rivalry in North America, not hockey, sports
Totems.
rivalry, the Seattle Totems versus Vancouver Canucks.
I'm
said.
down. I'm down for regional rivalries like that.
You
I'm
know
too.
that guy's on the inside.
But yeah, the mayor's got to know something.
It's the Totems.
Okay,
my
so
guess.
He knows what the monorail
we're only
is.
bringing
heard it
this
here
up
first.
not
Or
because of
second.
monorail.
Monorail.
Standard nuclear.
Second best
standard
Simpsons
nuclear.
episode of all time.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Is it Batman? Anyways, if you're born after 1990,
We apologize.
You'll know what we're talking about.
you don't know what we're talking about and do some research. Anyways, so we're bringing this up not only because the mayor leaked potentially the name, but Craig Custance. Well, this is why I'm bringing it up. Craig Custance tweeted out saying that the same rules after the GM meeting, the GMs were briefed that the same rules for the Vegas expansion will apply to the Seattle expansion.
And that makes
Although-
sense. That makes sense.
Although Vegas is exempt from the expansion draft.
That's right.
Seriously?
Apparently.
Makes sense.
I think it makes sense.
It depends on when it happens, right? If it happens next year, cool. Yeah, that makes sense. They've had 2 years to assemble a team. Yeah, leave them the F alone. They don't have a pipeline to replenish it. They won't have a pipeline by then. So it makes sense. And so
Man, I wish they only won 2 games in December.
suck it, Ray.
Suck
I
it,
mean,
Ray.
suck it, me. Damn it. So what we want to talk about briefly before we get to our Lock Dog Parlay, because we're starting to run out of time here, is if Seattle gets a team, how does the West realign? So where does Seattle go, and how does the rest of the conference realign accordingly?
So obviously, you think, well, obviously Seattle has to go into the Pacific
Yes.
because they're like on the ocean
Yep.
with Vancouver, Anaheim, San Jose, and who else?
Vegas for now.
Vegas
Los
for now.
Angeles.
LA, Arizona,
So I think Arizona's going to
Calgary, Edmonton.
I don't think you want to do that.
So you got Calgary, Edmonton. You can't split those. You can't split them up.
Nope.
Vancouver, Seattle. You're not taking Vancouver out.
You're not going to take
got-
Arizona, Vegas out.
You're gonna have to take one of those
not?
2 out.
Well, that's a regional rivalry on a struggling team. You want to keep that going. If you're going to bring
Yeah,
in
but that's not as big of a rivalry as you could make maybe Seattle and Vegas in the future. Vegas
Or-
is so new; it doesn't
or
matter.
Vegas,
It's not like a
maybe
real rivalry.
Vegas. Colorado?
Rivalry aside, the geography.
Yeah,
This is my pen.
I see that, but why is it so important?
No, but if you look here
I see
in the
there's a-
United States,
Yeah,
Arizona's here and Vegas is here.
I know.
it's
where
not
it is.
quite
I've-
like that, but it's close.
It's
It's
close.
pretty close.
They're both desert teams.
but you've got it.
Your battery died. Wait.
I've lost my device.
You've
I'm
got to
sorry,
take.
Periscope.
You've got to take Vegas or Arizona.
Arizona.
Doesn't make sense to take any. You can't take LA, San Jose.
No, it doesn't make
you can't
sense.
take them. You can't take Calgary, Edmonton.
Why not? Why can you not take Calgary, Edmonton if you can take Vegas or Arizona?
You can take both because Calgary and Edmonton. How long has that rivalry been going on for? That is like
that doesn't not exist going forward.
But they
both
play
teams are
way
there.
less games.
yeah.
Sure,
You-
they'll
you
play a
play
few less
four.
games.
You
They
play
play
4 in your
3.
division. You play 2 outside your division.
No, you're still in conference. You're going to play 3 times.
3 times.
That's not enough.
Sure, less than that. Less.
I want to
than
play
half.
Boston 5 times a year.
Okay, fine. All right.
Well, then if we're going strictly geography,
it's
then I guess-
Vegas or Arizona.
No, I think it'd probably be Edmonton, wouldn't it?
Yeah, potentially.
Edmonton's probably the most east, aren't they? Aren't they?
I would say so.
Northeast of Calgary.
It's not on the map. Oh my god.
Aren't they northeast?
The
Anyways,
map behind us just says Canada, and he's like, it's there.
I think because the rivalry is just the way it is, I would probably take out.
Like Vegas and Colorado as a rivalry makes sense.
So that's why you put Vegas over there.
Sure. All right, let's just go with that. So Vegas, you're heading now to the Central. Good luck. God bless.
And not only are you a brand new franchise, we're now putting you in a brand new division.
Yeah, good luck.
Second year.
Playing against St. Louis and Chicago.
The best
and
division
Dallas.
in the league this year.
Good luck.
Okay, do we want to get to our Lock Dog Parlay?
Yeah.
Good luck, Totems.
Good luck, Totems. I still don't like that name.
You got to be impressed with the fact that in 12 minutes they sold 10,000 season tickets.
Oh, I'm super happy for them to have another team. I'm anxious for them to be up and running. I can't wait.
Still miss the Supersonics, man.
Yeah, well, I don't watch basketball. Although I'm starting to get into basketball pretty good.
Sean Kemp, Gary Payton back in the
NBA
day.
Jams.
George Schrempf.
Whoa.
There you go. You're going way back. Was it Kevin Durant, the Supersonic?
He's the last that I recall. Yeah, he's the last.
He was rookie there, wasn't he?
He was moved along with the team when they went to OKC.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lock Dog Parlay is the last thing that we like to do in our show, where we like to not hyper analyze, but like give our gambling side a little love. And so Lock Dog Parlay is on Saturday. The NHL plays a ton of games, and so what we do is we bet on those games, and we pick a lock, which is a team that is supposed to win or favored to win that we think will win. We then pick a dog that is not favored to win that we think will win, and a 3-team parlay. So that's 3 teams that have to win to get their monies. And is everyone ready? No? Okay, I'll go first.
Please pull up the games.
Oh my god, buddy.
What? It's not written down in your notepad?
Yeah, do you want to go, Darcy?
Here's my notepad.
It's going to take me a second.
Yeah.
She gone.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go with a lock. I'm not liking the way New Jersey's playing. Even at home, I'm taking Tampa. They're just rolling into the playoffs. Tampa's my lock. My dog, give me the Buffalo Sabres in New York. They seem to play well against the Rangers. And my parlay, give me Colorado at home versus Vegas. I always got to throw Vegas in there. San Jose at home versus Calgary. And I'm going to take Washington on the road versus Montreal.
Okay. My lock is the Toronto Maple Leafs at home to the Detroit Red Wings. My dog is the New Jersey Devils at home to the Tampa Bay Lightning because Tampa Bay Lightning should be favored in that game. Although it might be close.
No, it won't be close. You're right.
We'll see.
Right.
They're at home.
Doesn't matter. Tampa will be minus 130.
Okay, sure. Fair enough with me. My parlay is Florida, Columbus, and Nashville. I didn't take a value pick this week, although Nashville might be a pretty good value because Minnesota is really good at home. I think they have 6 losses on the year at home. Sorry, 7 because they lost against Los Angeles the other night. That was a hit game. I watched it all the way through.
That doesn't get you out of what you're saying. If
It's
you
like a
speed
much-
it up, you're still saying the word that pays Brian money. So look at the smile on Brian's face right now.
He's watching his phone.
This guy's getting paid though.
He didn't even hear me.
No.
He
He's
keeps
watching the levels. He's doing his job.
No, he's not watching his phone. What he's doing is he's using his calculator to add up all the monies that you owe him.
Mitch Tab is now $20 for today. Great.
Yeah, you can't get away with that. That's funny that just sort of happened this show, and you think you can roll with it like that. Like, come on.
That's how I roll. I watched much music as a kid. I understand like speeped. Like
You know what it means.
we know what you said. We know what you said. That mother like we know what you said.
Keep looking at him go on his calculator.
Loving it.
Okay. Harper, you got your picks yet?
I do.
Okay, go. Skadoosh.
Oh, I'll give anybody $5. Who knows what's that from?
It's from Kung Fu Panda.
Ah,
Why do you think I said it?
I used to do that when in hockey.
I expect $5 now.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it to Brian to pay off my tab for today.
All right. So, okay, my lock is the Florida Panthers because they want to get into the playoffs, boy.
Can't stop winning.
Montreal because they need to win at least one game coming down the
Montreal
stretch.
for what? As your lock?
Dog.
No, as my dog.
I know what it was, but I just want him to say it.
Okay, so Panthers as my lock,
You said that one.
Montreal as my dog.
Thank you. God, we have rules.
My
and
3-team
orders.
parlay is going to be Tampa, Kings, and the Sharks.
Nice.
Ship it. I'm gonna put 5 bones on this. Who else is in?
I'm
Who's
in.
doing it?
I'm doing
I
it.
put money on it every
I don't
week.
remember
That's
what
the
my
whole
third
point.
was in the parlay though.
Well,
I took Washington,
We'll just have to go back and watch the tape.
Colorado.
amateur hour over here. He's got a computer open and a phone in front of him, and I didn't write it down.
We need a producer.
We need a producer who does like give him another. We need to buy a computer just for B,
I must
just so we
have
can sit
taken
there and write
Florida
our
at
stuff
home.
down and be like, "You guys said this dumb stuff."
I must have taken Florida at home.
Then he's gonna like tabulate. Mitch said, "Shut." He said this thing. He said the other thing. That's $12.
If I had a device, I
Well,
can
maybe
go
you
back.
should have charged it before coming in.
I should have.
Okay, well that's our show. Is there anything you guys want to say before we leave? No, great.
I had a good night.
Yeah. Good
I
night.
love you guys.
Yeah, that was a good dinner, guys. My minted toothpick. I had 2 of them. I think.
You crushed them and put them in your water. It was nice.
Yeah.
It was nice.
It was.
Make sure to follow us on Facebook. It's at Ride and Pine Show. Make sure to follow us on Twitter. Again, at Ride and Pine Show. Same thing with Instagram. And definitely make sure to follow our website. It's rideandpineshow.com. And obviously, make sure to follow us on YouTube and click on this face.
This
to
face.
Subscribe.
Mike Wazowski.
Yeah.
And lastly, if any of you remember what my third pick was, you can leave that right there in the comment section.
And Darcy needs to
Yes.
know what his picks are for some reason.
And again, click on my face.
We're done.